All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. I made a Black History books. And this is because it's Black History Month, of course, but we don't talk about a lot of things, and I'm not gonna go out throughout this month and not speak about anything at all. So here we go. Some books are for adults, but this particular first one is a book for kids. You know, what color is my world? And you probably can find this at a bookstore, and I want to put the name. Is it Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? His book of inventors. You can read this to your kids about things that black people created from the beat. Say it'll have like this guy Joseph Lee, who created the bread machine, all the way to let's see. Sorry about that. Lonnie Johnson, the man who created the Super Soaker. So stuff that they won't learn in school, and also is because we say a lot of athletes don't do anything, and there's been generations that haven't. This was published in I think 2012 by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So your kids can learn something that they're not going to teach them in school, and it still has relevance from past history to present. Past that, for adults, say in tweeners, like people that are older than that, I would recommend this one. Okay, 1001 Things Everyone Should Know About African Americans. This book has to do with um, invention, science, history, as in slavery, before slavery to a degree, American history, of course, uh, athletics and entertainment, of course, military history. It's actually a great book. It's a plethora of things because it's made in a way that if you can see, say they'll take this. I just flipped on the page and it's just something about Jesse Jackson. But on this part, this is Martin Luther King Day. This 490. 491 is Jesse's presidential run. So that's what that's about. 492 is the Million Man March. 493 is Marion Wright Edelman. And 494 is Merle Evers Williams. So it goes a lot into a lot of things. So kids to adults can learn a lot about history that won't be taught. Um, for all the folks that talk about history to a degree where, how can I put this? We talk about Martin Luther King. Sometimes people talk about Gandhi and how he got the nonviolence thing from Gandhi. Well, to a degree, but he did have a guy he looked up to, and this is actually where a lot of this stuff comes from. It's called Jesus and the Disinherited. This is kind of like mentor type, and it speaks about a lot about how religion was used to disinherit and disenfranchise people. So, and how you could use religion to, help people rather. Past that, I'm gonna go with, and these just books I got. So don't. um, for all you people who watch Hidden Colors, because I got those too. When they talk about blacks being in America before Columbus ever came, they reference this book in there. And for those of you who don't know, that who like to read, who didn't know, or who parents didn't know that we were here actually before Columbus and slavery, this is a great book for you. They came before Columbus. It's Ivan Van Sertima. You can type in his name. He's on YouTube, just like John Henry Clark and everybody. And they'll talk about. They even reference this book a couple of times. So that book will talk about how brothers have I hate saying that, circumvented the globe, and we moved around a lot. We were movers and shakers before you knew what movers and shakers were. That would be that part. And I think the last one I will show you is this book. Oh man, hold on. It's this book, Stolen Legacy. Now, the thing about this book is I bring this one into the fold because it's kind of like, you know how we talk about religion and oh, those people were black, and you got to go back to this. This speaks more of Greek history too, which is part of our whole whitewashing of religion. Like, you know, somebody say the black Jesus, the black Moses, the black Madonna, the black, you know, the black Santa Claus, or the black Saint Nicholas rather. And it's sad because it's like a catch-22 because they were black anyways. But re-referencing that they were black kind of acts like the media image of them all being white is actually true when it's not. This shows how people have created their culture by stealing African culture for this one. So for anybody who want to check that out, I would advise you to do it. You know, that's why. Um, and I have to do this for like Black History Month because it's Black History Month, and as a parent, my family used to teach me about history, the history that they wouldn't teach you in school. So I think this is just my way of putting some things out there that are still out there. Because, as a matter of fact, with this book in particular, right, it can reference the way that you have to look at the way people make books. Because every now and then, at least, you have to go to older and older editions to actually get what was really written. Because they have a history of whiting, you know, I ain't whiting out or whatever, but taking certain small little details out. Okay, that's why when you look at the biblical reference of he had hair like lamb's wool and feet of bronze. Come on now, you think the definition wasn't broader than that back in the day? But over time, it had to chop certain things out. So this will educate you about that process also. I think Jesus and the Disinherited does that a little bit too. But I'm out. I just figured, you know, try that. Peace.